on TMZ.
Okay, we have not heard from this guy for a while. R. Kelly jumped on a podcast from prison.
Are you able to continue singing in there?
And the host's kind of into it.
And go out and step the whole night through.
He did the one trick R. Kelly always has. He sang.
Oh, I thought you were going to say peed on you.
LeBron James confronted Stephen A. Smith about Bronny James.
LeBron was out of line. You don't get to yell at NBA analysts. NBA analysts are doing their job. You do yours, LeBron, and stay out of Stephen A's face.
Facts, Charles.
Now, I hope I don't ever run into LeBron.
ASAP Rocky's lawyer, Joe Tecopino, was on the Two Angry Men podcast with you and Mark Garagos.
I am told Wendy Williams wants to hire you to get out of this guardianship.
I watched your documentary. There are people who've committed murder who have actually more freedom than Wendy Williams.
I think he's going to do it.
SpaceX's 8th test flight came crashing down.
The second spaceship in a row that exploded.
Elon Musk has lost $100 billion over the last 2.5 months.
I hope he loses it all.
Sleep with Margot Robbie or SpaceX go bankrupt.
Oh!
Come on, you know what to do.
Come on, come on!
I think I'm sleeping with Margot Robbie.
All right, music fans, live in concert, it's R. Kelly.
Standing here looking in the mirror, saying damn to myself.
Kinda loses something over the phone, but what the hell?
R. Kelly may be coming back. R. Kelly called into the Inmate Tea with A&P podcast.
From a federal prison in North Carolina, where he's serving 30 years for, various misdeeds.
He sang for them. He sang When a Woman's Fed Up and Step in the Name of Love. And the two hosts, two women, were really into it.
It ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do.
Singing the background vocals and swooning. They were fully swooning.
Oh, and I was like, wait a second. Is R. Kelly not canceled? I guess he isn't. According to them, 2025 is a different universe.
Well, the podcasters, April and Patricia, joined us on TMZ Live and say they are taking a little bit of heat for doing the interview in the first place.
We're just two individuals who are able to separate the art from the artist. But again, it's R. Kelly. And when R. Kelly calls, you answer.
Singing is a beautiful disease that's uncurable. And right now I'm just working on getting out. Back to what it is I gave my talent to do.
Here's the thing, it's okay to listen to R. Kelly music because the money goes to the victims.
That's actually really interesting.
One thing's for sure, I'm gonna put on my dancing shoes.
He did the one trick R. Kelly always has to make you kind of like him. He sang.
Oh, I thought you were going to say peed on you.
Glad you enjoyed the show, ladies.
We're happy to hear that you're doing good.
I cling to love.
This call is from a federal prison.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
We got Laurie Metcalf. Laurie Metcalf played Aunt Jackie on Roseanne and the Connors now.
I love Laurie Metcalf.
We talked to her about her daughter. Her name is Zoe Perry. She got a big role on Young Sheldon, and she's going to be on the Connors this season. We asked, what's it like acting with your daughter?
Are you giving her notes on set?
Oh,
Are you
no, I couldn't possibly.
It's like
hard for actors to even do that to each other, let alone relatives.
Yeah, your mom's
so
like...
it would just open a whole can of worms. It would not be good.
It would be really hard to work with a relative on set and then you see them maybe forget their lines and maybe not do a good job. And I feel like as a parent, you would want to say after hey, what you did today, you got to get it together.
It is hard because I've been to set with my daughter and I'll see her do a scene and I'm like,
oh, you're one of those stage
I
moms.
Hey! You're not allowed to hit them.
What do you mean you're not allowed to?
Haven't you found it out?
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm actually grateful for all the trials, tribulations, adversity. I didn't realize I could come out the other side of all of it stronger and more resilient.
That's Natalie Suleiman on TMZ Live, a.k.a. Octomom, the lady what was pregnant with 8 babies at once.
16 years after she gave birth to 8 children at once. She already had 6, but Octomom is having a resurgence.
Yes, she's got a biopic and a docuseries on Lifetime.
She came on TMZ Live, and really, I think the most amazing thing about her having these 14 kids who are all thriving now is that she kept all of them. She said Child Protective Services did come to her house weekly.
Every single time CPS came in, they never left. They never left the home without saying that I'm doing a great job.
She didn't just raise them. These are really good kids. It's a tight family. We started this, I apologize to her. I was wrong. So I apologize to you, and I also think you're remarkable.
Thank you so, so much. That means a lot to me.
Okay, but what do her kids think of that infamous / terrifying pregnancy photo?
One of my daughters, Kalissa, she laughs. She says it looks like from the something from the movie Alien.
Honestly, I applaud her. Good for her. Good for her. Good for her.
Yes, congratulations. You proved us all wrong, Octomom.
Thank you so much. This means a lot.
Bhad Bhabie's world is getting a lot more violent. 3 armed gunmen tried to break in her house.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. This is on the heels of her baby daddy getting shot.
Not only is it on the heels of him getting shot, it was on the heels of him arriving to the residence.
That is terrifying.
Harvey, you remember we talked to Bhad Bhabie's father, and he said,
if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if everybody's at large still who was involved in this shooting. But what I want to make sure is that they don't go to their home. They don't want to retaliate.
When I watched that interview, I felt like he was saying without saying that this is all gang affiliated.
So Bhad Bhabie was home at the time, and the armed suspects, there's 3 of them, they tried to break in a side door, and LeVon had just showed up.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
It's crazy. So she calls the police rushed to the scene, the gunman fled, and...
She's got to get out of this relationship. Like, it's not safe for her kid.
Wait, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Let's say Mary got involved in some kind of organized crime thing. Would you leave Mary if it became unsafe?
It's already unsafe for me.
Derek's like, it's not going to be any worse. Come on in.
If I saw some armed gunmen, I'd be like, can I go with you guys?
That feeling of pleasure, that rush of blood, and then relief, it's premature celebration!
I said to my partner, Chad, go get him. We have another cow.
That's ASAP Rocky's lawyer, Joe Tacopina, on the 2 Angry Men podcast. And he's about to tell us how the judge's wacky hijinks led up to that iconic moment.
He talked about the judge's interesting decision to poll the jury.
Yep, he asked the jurors to confirm their decision one by one before the verdict was read. Thing is,
you only poll the jury when it's guilty.
So that's why ASAP reacted as big as he did, because he was worried it was about to be guilty.
And the clerk who's reading the verdict is like...
It's like lawyer porn.
And then he collected his fee. Oh.
Hey, lawyers do more than that. They also do podcasts.
So the next day, he goes to have lunch with the judge.
And asked him why he had to poll the jury.
He goes, oh yeah, I was with you. Are you kidding me?
No way. I love it when the judges go, psych!
Of course you do. As for Joe, he may have an even bigger case on the horizon.
I watched your documentary, Saving Wendy, and I was like almost moved to tears when I watched that.
So is Joe repping Wendy Williams? It's gonna take an expert lawyer to get that out of him. No, not that guy.
In order to make the application, you would have to have a retainer agreement signed. Has that happened?
No, it hasn't. Not yet.
Why are you smiling?
It was a good question.
So, thanks, Angry Men. All 3 of you.
Count me in, the 3rd Angry Man.
You're our go-to 3rd Angry Man.
What is up? How are you?
Gypsy Rose Blanchard at LAX. She is headed back home. She was in town doing like a bunch of press for her new Lifetime show. And we talked to her about the biopic that came out while she was incarcerated. And Gypsy didn't really have like a say at all in the movie that came out about her. Now that she's free, would she ever want to do her own version from her own eyes?
Yeah, I mean, if I was approached for that, I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with
taking control of my own voice.
She needs another act now. Danielle Bregoli has had several acts since she went viral and, you know,
I'm just gonna say, a Gypsy Rose OnlyFans.
She would never do it. She's already said that.
We are all just the right paycheck away from doing porn.
Most women do not want to be on OnlyFans.
Okay, what poll are you looking at?
My life.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Coming up.
SpaceX's 8th test flight came crashing down.
What did the SpaceX master control say?
They said we're gonna cut the live stream now?
No.
It lost attitude control.
No.
Can you just tell us now?
I don't remember the exact words.
Coming up.
Spencer Pratt is in a war with Spectrum over some boxes that they want back.
Good news, Spectrum. I found it.
Be right back. LeBron James put on quite a performance Thursday night at Crypto.com Arena. No, not against the Knicks. When he yelled at ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith.
LeBron James confronted Stephen A. Smith last night before the Knicks and the Lakers game.
About
Bronny James. And it was tense.
Like pretty much everyone, Stephen A. has been very critical about LeBron using his star power to get his son on the Lakers, even though Bronny's not ready.
What did Stephen A. Smith say?
His criticism was more at LeBron, not at Bronny. Essentially, if you were being a good dad, you wouldn't do this to your son.
And apparently LeBron had enough and confronted Stephen A. when he saw him before the game.
He's looking down on Stephen A. He's in his face, and he is heated.
Look, Stephen A. doesn't flinch one time.
How does no one have the audio? I want to know what was said.
Luckily, with our new audio decipherer 5000, we can hear it.
Hey, did you see White Lotus last weekend? It was really good.
We're still working out the kinks, but Stephen A. talked about it on TV Friday morning.
Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. I wish it was in a private setting. As a father, I get it. I'm not offended.
No. Stephen A. should have stood his ground and said, you know what? LeBron was out of line. If your son is going to be a professional, an adult, playing in the NBA, you don't get to be dad over and yell at NBA analysts. Stay out of Stephen A.'s face. Now, I hope I don't ever run into LeBron, because
he can't see you in the nosebleeds. Thanks for the viral moment, LeBron.
Good news, Spectrum.
Spencer Pratt is in a war with Spectrum over some boxes that they want back. As you know, Spencer and Heidi, they lost their home in the Pacific Palisades fire. Well, so Spectrum reached out to them saying, like, we're so sorry for, like, everything you're going through. But if you can you send back the boxes, the cable boxes? So the best part is Spencer went back to all the charred house that remains there, and he was digging through the char and the ash, and he found the burnt Spectrum box.
I'm pretty sure this is the box you guys had asked if I still had. I found it. Oh.
Found it. I'm gonna send this back.
What if they charge him for the damages, too?
A 2-week late fee?
Yeah. I found it. Oh.
No, it's not the end of times. It's just the end of SpaceX's 8th test flight, which blew up and rained down debris near Florida and the Bahamas.
It came crashing down in a spectacular visual display, but it's dangerous as hell.
They had to ground planes because of it for a long time. There were a lot of delays.
Nobody can get into Tampa.
Not a Busch Gardens fan, eh?
The sketchy thing about this is that his last spaceship blew up too. And typically, the FAA will not let them launch another one until they find the cause of the first one. And they never did, but they let this one go up still.
We think the SpaceX guy might have a little in with regards to that. But we're missing the big story here!
Come on, Anakin.
What?
What's the lead here?
The rocket blew up?
No. What did the SpaceX master control say?
Unfortunately, it seems as though we lost the attitude control of the ship.
Yes, they called it attitude instead of altitude, those morons! Wait, that's actually what it's called. So what are we missing here, boss?
Can you just tell us now?
Why don't you just like...
I don't remember the exact words.
You don't even remember!
Hold on, is it that SpaceX referred to the whole explosion as a rapid unscheduled disassembly?
That was it. Oh. Come on. I thought that was funny.
We think you just had a rapid unscheduled disassembly of your mind, pal. Good luck with number 9, SpaceX.
So Pete Hegseth, Defense Secretary, is on a mission to purge DEI from the Department of Defense, including a famous photo of the Enola Gay.
Wait, what?
The Enola Gay was the plane that dropped the first atomic bomb on Japan.
That's right.
Named after the pilot's mother.
It's a very famous photo, and it's called the Enola Gay. What they have is artificial intelligence crawling across the databases looking for keywords.
You're not serious. It's because gay is in there.
One of those keywords is gay. So it flagged this photo for potential removal to purge DEI from the ranks of all of our departments.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
It's just really embarrassing is what it is.
Elon Musk has lost $100 billion over the last 2.5 months.
If I had go to Mars or SpaceX go bankrupt, I'd choose SpaceX go bankrupt.
Sleep with Margot Robbie or SpaceX go bankrupt.
Oh! Come on, you know what to do? You know what to do?
Take it for the team!
I think I'm sleeping with Margot Robbie. Sorry, I have to.
Coming up.
We got Henry Winkler.
Have you had your dinner with Patrick Mahomes yet?
Never. Henry's great.
Patrick's never going to do it. Would you be down to put the pads on and go, I know you and Henry are friends?
2 years, 2 months, and 13 days have passed since Kansas City Chiefs superstar Patrick Mahomes lied to our #1 national treasure!
Have you had your dinner with Patrick Mahomes yet?
Never.
Never?
The man is a fibber.
We got Henry Winkler. You know how you want to have dinner with Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Still hasn't happened.
Crazy, because back in November of 2022, these two met at a game. Henry invited the QB to dinner at his house, Patrick accepted, and Henry was psyched. He even told us back then the whole menu he planned.
If Patrick comes to my house, he will get a chicken stuffed with ricotta and spinach with a reduction.
Delicious! But unfortunately, Patrick ghosted him.
That chicken is now getting old.
It is.
We made it and left it there for him, but nothing.
What the hell is going on here? Who wouldn't want to have dinner at the Winks?
He's an icon.
Why does he like Patrick so much? He told me that he was so nice and so humble, and the interaction they had, he just loved it.
Look, Patrick's never going to do it. Would you be down to put the pads on and go, I know you and Henry are friends, you should just go sub in.
I don't know that Henry'd be into that.
You've got some at home, though, haven't you? Like some
Pads?
shoulders? Yeah!
I don't have pads.
You lived in Miami in the 80s, boss. You've got pads for days. So, thanks, Henry. And Patrick, call him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming up.
Brooklyn Beckham is getting into racing, and he told us what his parents told him before he went on this endeavor.
My dad was just like, just be careful.
Doesn't a responsible parent say, we're rich, you don't need to do
You're
this?
ridiculous.
No, my mom is like Derek, and I don't do any of these dangerous activities.
I was never allowed to play football.
You're never allowed. Brooklyn Beckham is getting into racing, and he told us what his parents, David and Victoria, told him before he went on this endeavor.
It's something that me and my dad have definitely bonded over the years. You know, we both into cars, both into racing. So, you know, he was really excited, and yeah, he just said, be careful.
So Brooklyn is one of several celebrities and people in the industry who are taking part of the Jaguar TCS Racing Formula E Evo sessions, which is where they go through like a training camp to where they can get ready to drive these cars that go up to 200 miles an hour.
Doesn't a responsible parent say, we're rich, you don't need to do this?
Or they say, follow your dreams.
No, but if your dream is dangerous, there's no reason for him to do a dangerous dream.
You're ridiculous. Once a kid's an adult, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I mean, you can't stop that.
No, my mom is like Derek, and I don't do any of these dangerous activities.
I was never allowed to play football. Yeah, there's certain things
you're never allowed. Never allowed or never able?
I've got great hands. I could have been a great football player,
My dad was just like, just be careful.